friends, I am 𝗧𝗧 𝗧𝗧 studying 10th standard representing TTWREIS 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. First tell me, will you all communicate with your mother when you are at home? Of course, everyone will communicate with their mother. So now let me tell you a small conversation between a mother and a daughter. One day, daughter was observing all the things which were there in our house. Suddenly, a question raised in her mind. That is, what would be the quantity of all the objects which are here? Then she immediately ran to her mother and queried her mother that, Mom, what would be the quantity of all the objects which are in our home? Then the mother smiled and answered, if you want to know what are quantities, first you have to know what are volumes, how they are measured. The daughter was very excited to know. I think by listening to this small conversation, everyone got an idea about what I am going to teach you today. Yes, today we are going to discuss about the volumes of solids. So without any delay, shall we start our session? But to make our session more energetic, let me sing a small song. Are you ready to listen me? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There are some new kinds around, now maybe you heard. We are three-dimensional shapes. We are three-dimensional shapes. Sphere, cube, cone, cylinder. We are three-dimensional shapes and you can find us everywhere. We are three-dimensional shapes. Have you ever seen a planet or a ball? Sphere is the shape of them all, with no vertices or edges to sit. Sphere gonna roll around. Cube has 6 sides all the same, like dice you roll in your game. Side square with 8 vertices, like ice or sugar in your tea. Like a traffic cone or a megaphone or an ice cream cone, you're my sweetest cone. Your base is round, comes to a point. You are cone, my sweetest cone. Like a roll of toilet paper, or a can of fish. Cylinder has 2 round bases, and they all come together like this. Wow! We are three-dimensional shapes. Sphere, cube, cone, cylinder. We are three-dimensional shapes. We are three-dimensional shapes. We are three-dimensional shapes. Hooray! I think everyone enjoyed this song. So now let me test you what knowledge you gain from this. Your question is, what is the shape of a planet? Correct answer. Sphere is the shape of a planet. Do a sphere have any vertices or edges? Yes, sphere doesn't have any vertices or edges because sphere is a three-dimensional figure where it has only curved surface. That is why it doesn't have any edges or any vertices. Now let's start our session. In today's class, we are going to learn about the volumes of solids and how they are measured. And we are going to identify what is the relationship among cylinder, sphere and cone. And we will be discussing many examples based on the solids in our daily life. And we will be knowing what a combination of solids. And last but not least, the main thing in mathematics, we are going to solve problems based on the instructions given in the problem. Now let us make solids. Someone said me that if we start stacking up 2-dimensional figures, we'll get a 3D figure. Is it possible? Let us verify it. So let's go with a cube. So to form a cube, let me take a square. As we all know, square has both all sides equal. That is why the area of square is equal to A into A. we consider square side as A. That is why area of square is equal to A square. Do you know, if we add such 6 squares all together, we'll get a cube. See, 6 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And when I join all such 6 squares, we'll get a cube. That's why we tell a cube has 6 faces, 12 edges. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 12 edges we'll have, and 8 vertices. Now let us stack some more squares, and what we'll get? It forms a cube where it has another edge which is equal to other side. That is why we tell the volume of cube is equal to area of its base with another side which is also equal to A. Now tell me, what is the volume of cube? Yes, volume of cube is equal to A into A into A, that is A cube. Now tell me, have you ever observed the duster which you used to erase the board in your classroom? Yes. Tell me, what is the shape of the duster? Yes, it is cuboid. Similar to a cube, cuboid has 6 faces. How we can show it? Because when we join 2 cubes, we will get a cuboid. See, this is in the form of a cuboid. Yes, that is why we tell a cuboid also has 6 faces. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And 12 edges, 8 vertices. As we used square to form a cube, now let us use a rectangle to form cuboid. As we all know, the area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth, as it has opposite sides equal. Now let me stack some more rectangles, and what we'll get? It forms a new edge that is equal to height of the rectangle, and it is now in the form of a cuboid. Yes. Now let us find the volume of the cuboid. What is the volume of the cuboid? Yes, it is area of its base with height. Now tell me, what is the volume of cuboid? Yes, it is length into breadth into height. Now we'll go to a cylinder. Cylinder is a form of prism with a circular base. As we used square to form cube, rectangle to form cuboid, now let me use a circle to form a cylinder. Tell me, what is the area of circle? Yes, it is pi r square. Why it is pi r square? Because circle is a quadrilateral where it has only curved surface. That is why area of circle is equal to pi r square. Now let me stack some more circles. Then what we'll get? It also forms a height, and which is equal to cylinder. So now let us find the volume of the cylinder. What is the volume of cylinder now? Yes, it is area of its circular base with height. Now tell, what is the volume? Yes, it is pi r square, that is the area of its circular base with height. Then the volume of cylinder is equal to pi r square into height, pi r square h. I think, is it clear to everyone how we formed using 2-dimensional figure to a 3D figure? Now let us see what is the relationship between cone and cylinder, sphere and cylinder to find their volumes. I think everyone loves eating ice creams. In summer you will eat many ice creams. What ice cream you prefer of eating? Cup ice cream or cone ice cream? Of course, everyone loves eating cone ice creams. What is the shape of cup which is used in cone ice cream? Yes, it is conical one, where it has a base, a flat surface. And cone is a shape which is formed by using a set of line segments which is connected to a common point, which is called its vertex, and it has a circular base. Do you know volume of 3 cones is equal to volume of 1 cylinder? Is it possible? Let us do an activity. So let me take a cylinder and a cone where the both heights and the diameters are equal of both the cone and the cylinder. To verify our problem, let me fill this cone with salt and let us see how many cones are required to fill a cylinder. See, I took salt in this, yes, and I poured in the cone. I poured complete this salt filtered cone in the cylinder. And this is second one, and again I poured. And this is third one, and again I poured this into the cylinder. Here we find that cylinder is completely filled with salt. So by this we will conclude that the volume of one cone is equal to 1/3 part of volume of a cylinder. That is why we tell the formula as volume of cone is equal to 1/3 𝗫𝗫²h, where 𝗫𝗫² is equal to volume of one cylinder. It is only possible when the heights and diameters of cylinder and cone are equal. Okay, now let us go to other shape. Do everyone play cricket when you are at home in summer holidays? Yes, everyone will play. See, suppose you are having bat, you are having wickets, everything whatever you want to play cricket you are having, but the main thing you are not having. What is that? Can you guess it? Very good. Superb guessing. It is ball. Ball is main required to play cricket, yes, along with bat. So tell me, what is the shape of the ball? Yes, it is sphere. Now let us find the volume of the sphere. Do you know what is sphere? Yes, a sphere is a 3D object that is round in shape. Yes, which doesn't have any vertices or edges. Do you know volume of one sphere is equal to 2/3 part of volume of a cylinder? Is it possible? I'll show you. I'll verify the answer and I'll tell you how it is possible. See, volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder is equal to 𝗫𝗫²h. Now, see, it is only possible when the diameter of the sphere and height of the cylinder are equal. Now, as we did all these with worksheets, with notes, now it's time to check what are intelligences. Now, let us imagine, let us calculate in our mind. I'll tell you the problem, you calculate and find out the solution, where the volume of a sphere is equal to 2/3 part of volume of a cylinder. If I take a cylinder with full of water and the sphere, which is equal to the height and of sphere is equal to height of the cylinder. If I place the sphere into the cylinder, what happens? The water which was there in the cylinder flows out, and when we remove it out, we find that 2/3 part of volume of water have been displaced outside and 1/3 part of the water remained in. Now by this we can conclude that 2/3 𝗫𝗫² is equal to 𝗫𝗫²h. But you have to get a doubt here. The volume of sphere is equal to 4/3 𝗫r³. But I am telling you like it is 2/3 𝗫𝗫²h. How it is possible? Why height came in the volume of sphere? Don't be anxious. I am here to tell you and I am here to clear your doubt. So as already I informed you, the height and the diameter should be equal. What do you mean by diameter? Yes, it is 2 times its radius. Now let us place 2 times radius in the place of height in both the cases, the volume of sphere and volume of a cylinder. As we got 2/3 𝗫𝗫² is equal to 2/3 𝗫𝗫²h. Replace 2 times r in the place of height. And now simplify it. What you will get? 2 times 2, it is 4. Pi as usual. R square with r, we will get r³. In the both cases, same we will get. Then what is the final result? Yes, it is 4/3 𝗫r³. That is what? The volume of a sphere. I think everyone understood how we found the volume of sphere using the volume of a cylinder. It is only possible when the diameter of sphere is equal to height of the cylinder and both the radius should be equal. Is it clear? Now if I divide sphere into two equal parts, what we'll get? We'll get a hemisphere which has a curved surface and a flat surface. Do you know what is hemisphere? It is a 3D shape that is half of a sphere. Yes, now let us find volume of hemisphere. As we got the shape of hemisphere when we divided the sphere into two equal parts, now we have to divide the volume of sphere into two parts to get volume of hemisphere. Shall we do that? Okay. Now volume of hemisphere is equal to volume of sphere over 2. Then what we'll get? Volume of sphere is equal to 4 pi r cube over 3, which is divided by 2. Simplify it. Use your mind to simplify. Make it fast. Yes, what we'll get? We'll get 2 pi r cube over 3, which is equal to volume of hemisphere. If we add two volumes of hemispheres, then what we'll get? We'll get a volume of a sphere, because hemisphere is one of the part when the sphere is divided into two equal parts. I think it is clear to everyone how we found the volumes using 2D figures and relationship with cylinder. Now let us go to other one. Do you know there is a relationship between a cone, a sphere and a cylinder? I'll show you how it is possible. Volume of one cone and volume of a sphere is equal to volume of one cylinder, since the height should be equal to 2 times its radius. In the case of sphere, the diameter, that is 2 times its radius, which is equal to heights. So now let us replace 2 times its radius in the place of height and simplify all the volumes. What we'll get? We'll get 2 pi r cube is equal to 2 pi r cube. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, the final one. Now we'll see daily life examples where we use our 3-dimensional figures, such as the cone, where everyone loves wearing on their birthdays. Yes, this is the cone where it has a conical shape, and the bottle which is very essential to carry water. It is in the form of a cylinder. Yes, and the ball where everyone plays. It is in the form of a sphere. Now let us see what is combination of solids. Combination of solids, it means when we add two solids or two different objects, we will get one object, such as heart, ice creams, capsules and cricket bat. Now let us find the problem. Your problem is a spherical glass vessel of diameter 8.5 centimeters, which has a cylindrical neck 8 centimeters long and 2 centimeters in diameter. By taking the amount of water the glass vessel holds, find its volume. This is what the combination of solids is. We have to use pi as 3.14. Now let us find the problem. That is, the given diameter is equal to 8.5 centimeters and the diameter of cylindrical neck 2 centimeters. It means radius equal to 1 centimeter and height of the cylinder neck is 8 centimeters. To find the total volume of the glass vessel, we have to add the volume of cylinder with volume of a sphere. What is the volume of cylinder? Yes, it is pi r square h. Volume of sphere, it is 4 pi r cube over 3. When we simplify the given values in these volumes formula, we will get the final result. That is, total volume of glass vessel is equal to 346.51 centimeter cube, where the glass vessel holds the water. By this, I want to conclude that today we have learnt about volumes. What are volumes? Yes, volume is a space which is occupied by any 3D objects. Yes, and it is a quantity where all 3-dimensional figures have. Volume, it means which has height, radius, length, breadth, etc. Volume is a geometric value where it refers the space which is contained by any object, and volume is always measured in cubic units, and all three-dimensional figures have their height. Today we have learned the volume of cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere. Yes, I wish everyone understood my class. And your assignment is here, where you try this assignment and know what knowledge you gained today. So finally, I want to thank our state government, TSAT channel, and our secretary sir, Naveen Nicholas sir, RC, Kalyani madam, our principal, Sumati madam, and my escort teachers, Naveen sir and Veena madam, and all my staff teachers who helped me and supported me, and my friends and sisters, friend Roja who encouraged me and built courage in me, and my family members who pulled me to this stage. And special thanks towards the people who are listening to me with full of your attention and patience. Thank you.